All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Closer's Den, ultimate space for wholesalers committed to action and growth. Here, it's all about creating that synergy to start dialing. And at the end of the day, guys, it's all about income driven activities. So, for some of you folks who are new to my channel, my name is Caesar. Started wholesaling about 15 months ago. So I'm just a regular guy that left a 9-to-5 job to create freedom and legacy for myself and my family. My first 12 months, I did over $100,000 of assignment fees closed and funded. So like I always say, I'm no guru, but I know enough and hopefully I can add some value. At the end of the day, as you guys can see on the banner, it's all about growing together and inspiring each other. So as I share key takeaways with you guys, I would love to hear from you guys and let me know if you hear something where you would have done a little bit differently, right? I always say I have very little to no ego. So it's all about growing together and inspiring each other. That said, enough with me. I've got a special guest today, Jacob. He's absolutely so smooth on the phone, man. You guys are going to love this guy. I think, Jacob, we started talking, earlier this month, right? January 6th.
Yeah.
Took off. So enough with me. Go ahead, man. Take the floor.
Yeah. So I'm Jacob Zawacki, for those who are wondering how to say my last name. We're a father-son company. My dad, he does dispositions. I'm strictly doing acquisitions. I've been doing this. I quit my W-2 December 27th of 2024. Full-time, just started running straight forward with it. Pretty much like I started making the calls on January 6th. So, but between the first and that weekend, just training as much as I could. And from there on out, 12 hours a day, pretty much been grinding it out and trying to make it happen. I got 5 contracts right now. One's about to cross the curb. So I've been in sales for a long time, but really embracing the buyer here has opened my eyes up to a lot of things. And so that's why I feel like I can kind of, navigate these calls so smoothly. So, but absolutely, today's going to be an awesome fucking day, man. Or excuse my language. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome day today. We're going to get a contract. I already know it. Hopefully both of us.
That's right. Let's do this. All right, cool. So yeah, I invited Jacob here because when we first talked, Jacob's like, man, he was asking a lot of great questions, and I already knew this guy was smooth. And then I heard him talk. I'm like, bro, like, you don't need to be asking me any questions. Just keep doing what you're doing. So I'm actually excited, man. Let's go ahead and do it, Jacob. I always say guest first. So go ahead and make that call.
Absolutely.
And we'll go from there.
Let's see if Ali is going to answer the phone.
Please leave your message for...
No way, you sent me the voicemail. I'm dialing back.
Hello?
Hey, is this Ali?
Yeah, who's it?
Hey, Ali, this is Jacob. I was just calling to see if you're still selling your property down in Stone Mountain.
Yeah, I don't think I would sell it to the investors, man.
You said
you can't afford it.
Oh, I can't afford it.
Yeah, because you want a cheap house,
Yeah, well, it's not a problem of
I fixed the house a lot, so I'm not planning to sell close to what you guys are thinking.
Well, let me ask you, what's your magic number?
Magic number is 300 minimum, 330.
330.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And so how come you're looking to sell it?
Huh?
I said, why are you looking to sell it?
Because it's mine. I pay for it. It's completely paid.
Okay. Are you living in it right now?
Yeah, I live in there, but I'm moving to another house. I bought another house.
Gotcha. So you're looking to relocate and
No,
cash
same
out.
place, close by.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. So, I mean, you understand as an investor, of course, I've got to try and come in and make my money. So if you're looking to sell it for market price, I mean, how come you haven't put it on the market yet?
Yeah, that's true. But and also, I'm not interested selling to you guys because I will lose a lot of money just to sell it to you. So I'm going to use it on the market. I'll put it in on.
Well, let me ask you, how much have you spent in renovations so far?
50,000.
Gotcha. So you spent 50,000 in renovations, and it looks like, I mean, how much did you spend for the house in total? Just so maybe I can work a way around it to see if there's a way that we can work out making it to where you don't lose any money.
Yeah, you can send me a text and talk to your people and see if I agree with you.
Well, there's nobody else to talk to. I'm the buyer here, right? Like I'm looking to buy the property for you.
What do you offer me?
Well, you want to tell me a little bit more about what you got going on? I mean, I can't just make an offer going off of nothing.
Yeah. What's going on is I upgraded 2 restrooms. Okay.
Yeah.
I put what do you call expensive laminated floor. Painted outside. Changed the roof.
So that's so the flooring, bathrooms, paint outside, the roof.
Yeah.
And that's all you've done so far?
Yeah, so far.
Are you planning on doing more?
No.
Gotcha. Okay. So
Send me offer on my factory, then I'll tell you if I like it or not.
absolutely. Well, I know you were talking about bathrooms, floor, paint on the outside, and you seem to,
You can see on the internet the house, so whatever you can see, that's what house is. I upgraded everything on the front. There's no carpet.
No carpet.
No carpet. And it has it's 4 rooms, 5 rooms, and 4 bathrooms.
So it's 5 bed, 4 bathroom.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess kind of touching back on some of the other things, you tell me that you've put in, all this money for renovations and such.
Yeah.
I mean, what about the other main things like your HVAC, your hot water system?
HVAC is one of them is old, the other one is new. It's 2 hybrid.
Gotcha. So, when was that replaced?
About 2 years ago.
3 years ago. Perfect. So, I mean, what's been your plan though? I mean, you've put all this money into it just to get another house and relocate. I mean,
No, that.
Gotcha. So what happened?
Yeah. You there?
Yes. Yeah, I was asking, you said you were enjoying the house, but you decided that you wanted to get another house and
Yes.
go at, well, what happened? Why aren't you enjoying the house anymore?
No, I bought another house that I liked it. So a smaller house.
Oh, so it's too big for you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's see.
Uh-huh.
And so let me ask you feel like it's worth full market price. There's nothing at all that you feel like needs to be done. Like how old?
Yeah, it has to be done. House is 1980. It has to be done something always.
Okay. So essentially, you pretty much you want me to come in, or whoever to come in and buy it and still have to put money into it to make sure that it's in current condition, right? With 1980s, I don't know if plumbing's ever been updated over the past
It's updated. Plumbing.
40. When did you update that?
Yeah, at the same time I was, restrooms and stuff. I rebuilt it, the whole restroom.
So the plumbing that goes underneath the house, the pipes that go underneath, and
Yeah.
what did you?
Yeah, no leakage, no nothing. You don't have to worry. Next couple of years.
Well, I'm not worried about leaks and stuff, but houses nowadays they're switching all the plumbing and stuff to PVC. That's like the new standard for 2025.
This house, close to me, they sold it for 400, and I'm just telling you, 416,000. A smaller house.
416. Let's see. And I'm looking at houses that have been selling nearby within the area here.
It's not Stone Mountain market. It's a Stone Mountain, but it's a part of unincorporated. That's a Gwinnett County.
Gotcha.
And it has a three park. You have a Yellow Park, you have the Sean Park, and you have a Stone Mountain Park close to it.
Okay. So this house that you're talking about, how far away is it from you?
It's about 5-6 miles.
5 or 6 miles?
Mm-hmm.
We can't even compare that. We're going outside of the neighborhood. Completely different area. Houses in that area could be a completely situation.
I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
you're talking about the house that you saw that sold for 416. I can't use that.
No, that's not 416. The one I'm
The one.
It's the same housing area.
So
I'm talking about the house that I'm going to be moving.
The one that you're moving into.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Can I call you back? Somebody calling me.
So let me ask you, like within the next couple minutes, because I don't want to, tie myself up if we can continue talking. Dang. Brutal.
But that was good. I mean, the fact that you got him going, he was pretty.
Took that wall down.
You took the wall down. That's all I wanted to say. All right. So, guys, the first call that I'm going to make is with a realtor, actually. It's a dispo call, and after this, it's going to be an acquisition call moving forward. Let me see. If this guy asked me to give him a call at noon, so. You guys can hear that, right?
Zach.
Hey, Zach. Good morning or good afternoon over there. It's Caesar. How are you?
I'm good. You good?
Good. Hope you remember we spoke briefly last night about a property that your buyer might be interested in.
Yeah, the one on Creekmore.
No, this one's on Lord.
Creekmore. On Lord Road. I'm sorry. Yeah, Lord Road.
Yeah. Well, your buyer is the one that bought the Creekmore, and I think you guys are going to put it up on the market, right?
Yeah, we for the
Nice. Wonderful. Did your buyer fix that a little bit, or is it more of like a wholesale kind of deal?
Oh no, it's already done. When I got it, all they had to do was just paint it, and that was it. It was ready to go. So they just put some cabinets in and freshened it up a little bit.
Perfect. Well, the one that I sent you last night's pretty much the same thing. Have you had a chance to take a look at it?
Yes, actually, I'm headed to my office now, and I'm gonna meet with a client, and I sent it to him last night. So I'll probably be calling you a little later, so I can let him see it.
All right, wonderful. Yeah, just let me know if I don't answer. Feel free to shoot me a text. This is my cell phone. And then just let me know what time you and your buyer would like to go there. And then, like I said, I have a lockbox on it. So.
And what was asking first again?
$139,990 is the asking price. The buy now price is $145. I've got other investors looking at it right now too.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be in touch with you a little later.
All right. Wonderful.
All righty.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. That wasn't bad. What up, Randy? How's everyone doing today? Jacob, you want to make a call or? Jacob, you're on mute. I don't know if you know that.
Yep. Thanks for the heads up.
Cool.
I'll go ahead and rip another one. All right, let's see. We got Wayman. Not to be confused with Raymond. So everybody back home, all of these leads are coming from Speed to Lead. Bunch of them are coupon clubs. Some of them are fixed price. Dial back.
Hello.
Hey, is this Wayman?
Yes, Wayman speaking.
Hey, Wayman, this is Jacob just calling about your property on 44th Court. Are you still looking to sell it?
Yeah.
Perfect. So how much are you looking to get for it?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you right now.
Yeah, you're still looking to sell that property, right? That's what you said?
Yes, like I said, yeah.
Perfect. I just want to make sure you heard me. So how much are you looking to get for it?
I look. I didn't do the appraisal yet.
You didn't do that portion yet?
The appraisal.
Oh, the appraisal. Who are you going to get to appraise it?
I'm saying though, are you a realtor? Or are you a buyer?
A buyer.
Okay.
So you don't have a number in mind that you're looking to get for the property?
It's probably around three, about three something. I'm not, we call it, but it's over three something.
Over 3 something.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Can you tell me a little bit about what you got going on with it?
Actually, there's nothing going on. Like, the tenants move out, so decide to sell. That's it. It is nothing to repair pretty much. It's just a good shape. And, the kitchen is new. Pretty much everything is ready to go.
Gotcha. So the tenant, they just decided not to renew their lease. They just decided to leave.
Yeah, there's tenants leave. A lot of people I will try to do Airbnb. It's not that, but just that now I would decide to sell. I just move into different country.
You're moving to a different country?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. What country are you going to, if you don't mind me asking?
It's personal, I'm not to say.
Yeah, that's okay. So this property here, it's like a duplex, right? Like one side and has.
Yeah, it's actually what this my side is like a townhouse. Two bedroom upstairs is one master bedroom downstairs. It's a 3-2,
Yeah.
3-2 is ready to go. There's nothing to be fixed.
So tenant moved out, you're leaving the country, you're just looking to cash out and walk away.
Yep.
So let's see, how long ago did the tenant leave?
Probably this is on Wolf 2 months right now.
2 months ago. Okay. And how much were they paying?
They was paying like 2,700.
2,700. Let's see. So let's see. Now, have you done anything to the property once he moved out? Like, just, after a tenant leaves, there's simple wear and tear and refreshes that's got to be done.
Yeah, just like I do a knock down that's in a wall in the ceiling. Pretty much, it just cost me off about $6,000 to get done. Make it a little bit fresher.
Yeah. Yep. So let's see. Now let me ask you, how'd you come up with your price?
I'm coming with my price.
Yeah, your price. I know you said you're looking
Yeah,
in
I
the,
just looking at roughly the similar property they sell in the area. That's why I go by, basically. But I'm not an accurate number.
Gotcha. Because it looks like, so I see 2 other properties just sold not too long ago, right beside you. Same thing. It's one half of a duplex situation. They just sold for $325. They're also 3.2s, built the same time, same lot size, same garage setup. Does yours actually have a garage on it? No. Gotcha. So these ones sold at $325. They each have their own garage door as well on the property. So, and it's looking like $325 is probably that market price because they both sold in August, like within days of each other, for the same exact price. So let's see. Realistically, and what price were you asking for again?
Like I said, over 3 something. So I don't.
So over 3 something. That means I could, write you out something for 301, and we'd be rocking and rolling. Okay, so what's your asking price?
So like I said, probably I was 325. This is exact. I could let it go right now.
Gotcha. 325. 325. And so let's see. How long have you had it for?
About 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years. Gotcha. So is it paid off?
I still got a mortgage on it.
Gotcha. How much do you have left on that?
Probably want something.
One something? Okay. So, I guess I'm going to shoot you straightforward here. As a buyer and as an investor, I'm kind of trying to take a look at, because that price that you're asking for is full market price. And I'm just kind of estimating that if you're telling me that it's rent ready essentially, right? Like you're telling me I wouldn't have to go in and paint or nothing. Like it's
No. You don't need to. I'll be ready to go.
gotcha.
I just done lots of them. I just spent almost $6,000 on it to get to knocked down. I don't know if you know familiar about knockdown.
Just a little bit.
Ceiling down, all the ceiling down, all the wall, it's pretty nice.
So you knocked down a wall? Is that what you said?
There's some stuff they shoot in the wall. They call it knock.
Yeah. Okay, I thought so. I thought you said you were knocking down a wall. Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. So, to be honest with you, coming in and like closing as soon as possible, giving you cash money, that comes. So, let me ask you, what's your time frame? For example, if I could wave my magic wand, right, and give you your asking price, how soon could you close?
As soon as possible.
And is that what you're wanting? You're wanting to close as soon as you can? When are you looking to leave the country? As soon as you get this out of your hair?
That's what I ordered me, because as soon as I finish do what I gotta do, so I had to set up the date. So no. But now just I don't have no, I'm not gonna leave without do what I gotta do first. See what I mean?
Absolutely. So, and I guess I'm just trying to, maybe pry your brain a little bit here to see exactly what you would like to accomplish, or in your mind, who you thought you would end up selling the property to. At 325, that's full market price. As far as me, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, those two properties that just sold beside you, 325.
Well, you don't know the physical of the property. The property has something to be done. But my property is just like I say, it's ready to go.
I understand it's ready to go, but if I buy that 325, the rent being 2,700.
What's a good number in your side?
For me to come and give you cash, close within 30 days, all right, maybe even sooner, I would need to be around like 230, 240, so that I would have a position to
look at that number when I purchased the property. You see how much was this for?
Absolutely. I can definitely see where you brought the property at. You bought it at 290. So you bought it in 2022, right?
So how much I
Well, you said you had that tenant for, how long after you bought the property did you have a tenant in there for?
Listen, it's not about the tenant, but you still gotta pay the mortgage.
Yeah, absolutely. You said you
owe.
owe.
You see, I already lost. I lost. If you guys going for 220 to 240 something, I lost.
It's a completely different market. When you bought it, it was 2021, 2022. You bought it right around the time of April of 2022. I don't want to say that, you overpaid, but you kind of overpaid. For me I just want you to help me understand how I'm going to make money buying it at your asking price.
How you gonna make money?
Like, how am I going to make money?
I think you already know how to make money. money.
Well, I mean, I know how to make money, but if I'm paying full market price for the property, how am I going to make money?
But let me tell you something. You know, you don't have to go back and forth. You know what I mean? So basically, he ended to something is not gonna work out. Okay? So I prefer just leave it. I let my kids handle it, and then I'm leaving. You know?
Well, so like for example,
I'm not gonna lose like that. You know what I mean? So I prefer just, you know, I don't have a problem to make my payment. So it's just like I'm not selling to foreclosure. I'm not selling to now I can't afford my payment. I just selling because I was ready to go. But if it's gonna be ended, do something, forget about it.
Well, so let me ask you, how come you haven't thought about putting it up on the market? You know, I mean, it's a little bit longer process. You know, typically days on the market in your area is somewhere between 80 and 120 that you're going to have to wait. But you can get that full asking price. You know, you'll have to just work out doing show-ins, and, you know, you're going to have to do payouts with realtor commissions and such, but you can shoot for that full 325 you're asking for.
Okay.
You know, it's just like if I'm going to come and give you $240,000 and close within a really quick time period, that has to come at a discount. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Oh, well, seems like you cannot make a business together because, you know, like I said, I'm not going to let you go loading now.
So what's your lowest price that you would be willing to go to walk away with?
Probably 317.
317. So you gave me a $8,000 discount.
Exactly.
Oh Lordy. I see. So if I purchase it, even as a rental, if I purchase it at 317, factor in maybe, you know, a little bit of money that, you know, just to make sure everything is full. I know you said you put money into it, but I've never purchased a property, even being turnkey, where I didn't have to put a little bit of something into something to make sure it's fully turnkey. Well, I just want you to understand, you know, if I purchase it at 317, I'm walking into it with negative equity already, and my rent rate or rent percentage, yeah, I'm not where I need to be on that number either. I mean, in your mind, you know, thinking and making the actions to sell it, who are you thinking that's going to buy it?
Who I think gonna buy it?
Like who? Like what kind of buyer are you thinking that's going to buy the property? You know, because like I said, as an investor, you know, they're going to be in the same exact position that I'm at with you. I am an investor. I do this every day a week, 6 days a week. Well, no, I'm just trying to get an idea. Well, how come you haven't sold it yet then?
Your numbers are lower than everybody. Tell you the truth.
Okay, so
if you work for that amount, it's not going to be in the phone.
So, but the point that I'm trying to get at though is that nobody's giving you where you're wanting to be on your asking price. So I'm trying to paint.
But you don't even close. I probably understand what you say, but you don't even close.
So what's the closest number?
Well, I don't have to decide that to you, sir. I just tell you your number compared to people I've been talking to. Don't even close.
So look, I mean, I'm calling you. I know that you're saying that I called you, but you put in your information on my Facebook ad. I put an ad out on Facebook with Nate.
Exactly, but you know, compare with the other people, like I said, you know.
Absolutely. Well, so I mean, where's your highest offer at?
You asked me the same question. I don't think that's important.
I'm just trying to get an idea of how come you haven't taken an offer yet.
You're not going to buy what I said, so I don't think that's important.
You know, I'm just being 100% honest and upfront and transparent with you. I don't know who, you've been talking with or what kind of offers they've put out there. I mean, I do this for a living every day, 7 days a week. We acquire a bunch of properties, and I'm looking to acquire a couple more, but I can't pay market price for a property. I can give you cash money and close as soon as possible.
I understand.
But I'm trying to work out a price with you, but the lowest you're willing to go is $8,000 under market price. But
All right. But can both stay up 3 something?
can I pay up to 3 something?
All right. You want to buy?
Absolutely, I'd be more than happy to buy it.
All right. Okay. What about 310?
310.
Pretty much the rough amount I was paid, because basically just like for to pay the closing costs and then the realtor stuff like that,
So
pretty much.
at 310, in order for me to start making any money back on my investment, it's going to take me 13 years to make just what I've put into giving you for the property.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, to be honest with you, Mr. Wayman, I would have to be under 300, somewhere in the twos, in order to even try and swing this to make price.
300
So under 300.
and then 300.
Under 300. Yep.
So what they give number?
Let's see. I think that if I move it up to 250, I would be able to swing it for you.
Thinking about it. This is number.
Absolutely. Listen, I understand where you're at, but I'm a solution for you if you're wanting to, speed up the process. I mean, you've already talked to a bunch of people. My purchase agreement is very simple and straightforward. It's 3 pages. We get the process rolling and we'll close as soon as possible, but I just need to be at a point with my numbers to where I'm not putting myself in a situation where I have to wait 12, 13 years. I mean, we do fix and flips. There's no way that any kind of number is going to work here on a fix and flip. I'd have to be some 200. So the only way that this is going to work is as a rental. And then for me to even make money, I have to wait 12 to 13 years. So at 260, I'd be looking at a better position in order to do that. And again, I hate that you.
Now I already lost almost $40,000.
And I definitely, but again, I mean, you purchased the property $40,000 under what the houses are selling for 3 days or like 3 years later, right? If you purchased it in 2022 for $290, houses are selling, literally 2 of them right beside you, your neighbors. 2 duplexes just sold for $325. Same floor plan, same everything. So, I don't want to say that you overpaid for it, but you did, and I can't I can't take a financial mistake because you did too. So I'm willing to help you. You know, we can work out making sure that you get your mortgage paid off and you walk away with some cash so that you can go live comfortably in the next place you're going to go live. But I can't pay market price for it. So if you like I said, you could definitely get that price all day long if you're willing to wait 3, 4, 5 months to deal with putting it on the market, deal with realtors and showings and so on and so forth. But
yeah, because all the kids is go big kids, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So I probably leave there behind for them to handle it because I would decide to sell because because I'm leaving, but they still could stay behind and taking care of it.
absolutely.
The payment is still gonna flow to it, so probably better option to keep it for now. Like you say, after I could get you good cash and then you move in. But
hey, and listen, if you want to keep it, absolutely. I don't know how long the tenant's been in there. Assuming that he's been in there was in there for.
I'm gonna put it in the market to rent again, I was just Airbnb right now, so I'm not really, regardless, I'm gonna make the money. So basically,
Hey, absolutely. Whether you're
you
waiting.
already know what's going on, so it's just like I was decided too much headache because they're young. My kids are very young. They don't have no experience like I do, so that's the reason why I say I got the other property. So I told them, I'll probably just leave. Started before I go, but it's not working out, so I'm not going to approach it.
Absolutely. Listen, and if it's okay with you, I'd like to touch base with you maybe a month or two from now, just to see. I know that opinions and people's minds change over time. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to touch base with you just to retouch on things and see. Again, we're always looking to acquire property. So we can touch base a little bit later and see if that's still the route that you want to go, or like I said, I can go ahead and give you cash and wrap this up for you, get it out of your hair.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Jacob. Jacob.
Okay. You get phone number right here?
This is my cell phone number. Yes, sir.
All right. I'll let you up so I could know when you call somebody on.
Perfect.
I don't even know, so
yeah, absolutely. Well,
I'm gonna let you down so I can know who you are.
Perfect. Well, Wayman, I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Whew. What a call, Jacob. All right, guys, I want to know before I make my call, and then before I make my comment, if y'all would have hung up a lot sooner, put a 1. If you would have hung in there like Jacob did, put a 2. I definitely want to see it. Before I comment it, let me go make a call. But that was a great call for me. Let's see.
Telephone number 9545812.
Almost gave you guys our number. Shoot.
I mean, I wasn't lying. There's 2 comps directly beside.
Telephone number 9.
Go ahead.
2 comps, literally back 08/26/2024 that sold for $325. But I do see some houses in the area that sold for more, so that's why I was hanging in there.
Yeah, I was thinking there was a reason why you were hanging in there. I guess let me say this. Like, I really like that call because I just want people to know, especially the new ones, because I'm working with some real new wholesalers. like you were really looking to negotiate him down versus trying to make it happen at his price point. That's one thing I like. That being said, I probably would have agreed with everyone else, it would be like a 1. But also every time when I hang up on someone, I always go, man, did I turn all the stones? Like, are all the stones unturned? I feel like you turned all the stones there, right? And he kept coming down. And so like, dude, I still remember this guy. I can't remember his name right now. But when I used to manage people, I was in a call with him. Because when I used to sell insurance, I was like, man, this thing is painful. He's taking so long. And then we walked out of there with like $5,000 of annual premium, right? Which is like $400 a month. And I'm going, wow, it opened my mind that everyone has their own cadence and everyone is willing, like you were willing to put in the time there because you saw something, right?
Yeah.
And so, yes, if you were to just look at it from a broad view, like no motivation, wrong price, out, done in 2 minutes. But if you were to look at it on a micro level, like I don't see your screen, I don't see what you're doing, but you're smart enough to know like whether it's worth your time to hang in there. And the guy did start coming down on price. And one key thing that I want everyone to know is seller said he's going to add him on his phone. So I have a very strong feeling that when this guy doesn't sell it on the market, Jacob's the first guy that he's going to call because he hung in there. This guy knows that Jacob knows what he's doing. And even though he doesn't agree with Jacob's price, he now planted a seed where this guy's going, man, I think that guy is absolutely, like there's some truth to what that guy is saying.
Yeah. So, and I kind of, with us personally, we do have a creative side of the company too. So I'm trying to stick with wholesaling, just straight up cash offers and whatnot. But if I know in my mind, it might be worth giving a call for a creative side of things. It's also part of the reason why I kind of hang in there a little bit longer too. But yeah, like the fact that he's willing to keep coming down on price, the more I talk to him, keep getting it a little bit lower. I mean, so another little insight about this property in particular, I'm looking here, his loan amount that he owes left is not 1 something, it's 240. So,
if there's one thing that I can give you on open feedback, not open feedback, feedback, Jacob, is I don't think you ever asked him how much he would like to walk away with after the loan is paid off.
Yeah. Did I ask that?
I don't think you did.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing that I would have changed on that one.
Okay.
Is to just ask like, because then that price might have dropped already.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 it drops when you ask that question, and you know that, so you just missed it in this one, just like how I missed it yesterday's call. But overall, dude, I think that was great. Like, yes, Jacob probably hung on there a little bit longer than any of us would have, but he has his reasoning because he's got the creative side with his pops and that side of the business. And everyone's got their cadence. And I just finished talking to someone this morning. I don't know if you're watching. A lot of times we listen to the seller on how much rehab that needs to be done and so forth, just to meet them at their number versus going through the gauntlet and the pain of what you just watched, because that's the job, is to educate, inform, and negotiate with the seller. So even though you didn't get a contract, even though it was way too long for most people, I mean, that's the job. For anyone that's new on here, that's watching, that's it, man. If you felt like that was painful, that's the majority of your calls until you reach someone who's on the right price and highly motivated, and it's a 1-call close. So just want to end with that. Love to hear you guys' feedback on the chat. Let me make another call, Jacob, since you hijacked my thing. Just kidding. Yep. I'm just messing you, bro. Jacob, should I tell everyone how I got my ass kicked by a 78-year-old last night? No, I'm gonna wait till I post that video. You guys are gonna have to watch that, and that's exactly what I'm gonna title it: "Getting my ass kicked by a 78-year-old."
To an automatic voice message system.
That was epic.
It was epic, dude. We were having so much fun. I wish Tao was on online
Yeah.
at that time. She would have been cringing, I think.
Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to
Go ahead, Jacob. I'm gonna text this guy.
All right. Well, I'm finishing up my notes here.
If you're finishing your notes, I'll go ahead and make another
Yeah,
call.
you can go ahead and rip another one. I'm
Cool.
typing in info here.
Hello? Hey, is this James?
Yes.
Hey, James. Good morning. My name is Caesar. I'm calling about your property on Elm Street. Are you by any chance still looking to sell that property?
Yeah, not till June.
Not till June. All right. Is there something happening in June or?
Yeah, I got a place to go.
Oh, nice. Nice. Same state or you're going out of state?
Well, I got a temporary place to go. Let me put it that way.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, is this something June? Oh, that's a little bit far out. I mean, I usually like to do 14, 30-day close. I can even do 60 or 90, but June is just a little bit out. Do you have any buyers already? Have you gotten any offers or?
Yeah, I've had a lot of people wanting to cash me out, the low ball stuff, and I'm not going there.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. I figured. Well, I'm pretty fair, man, and I'm actually an end buyer. And I definitely want to take a look at your property. But right now, I feel like I'd be wasting your time because June is way too far out. A lot of things
Yeah,
can change as far as market goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm buying properties as is. So I don't know. Maybe it might look nice now, but it might not look nice 6 months from now, or the other way around.
Well, no, I got some stuff that I'm getting done. So, yeah, and it's just the timing's going to work out to where I got a temporary place to hang out for a few months before I decide if I'm going to stay in the state or get the hell out of it. So,
Absolutely. Well, why don't we do this, James? I'll put you on my calendar to touch base with you maybe around April. Like I said, I'm okay with doing like a 60-day close. So that way, if we make a deal, you'll have a buyer by June. Do you think that sounds pretty fair?
I'm not even going to list it until June. So,
Well,
I just want to make sure I get most of my stuff done, and then I'll have somebody come out and give me an appraisal and get an appraiser to walk through it and critique it for me and go from there.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. I mean, what would you rather get all the things done for maximum value, or would you rather just sell it as is so you don't have to put in any more capital into it?
No, I got free labor, so.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, no, I used to flip houses, and my brother's a builder, and so yeah.
Oh, perfect. So you're looking for maximum value on this one then, right?
Well, I don't think I'm. It's it just got rezoned for ADUs, and I'm not going to do that. That could be somebody else's gig, but I'll get a few people to look at it by then. So
Got it. All right.
And it's always good to have somebody else look at a different perspective anyway. So
Absolutely.
And I know what houses are selling for. I keep track of every house that sells within a mile of my area, and so I kind of know what the market is. It's just what the market's going to be in June, but I have a feeling it should be better.
Well,
At least that's my unprofessional opinion.
what was that? What was the last thing you said?
Just that I just felt that the market's going to have a few people look at it, And I just think that June is just going to be a better time to sell because kids are getting out of school. If mom and dad are looking for a new place, I'm just a couple blocks away from the elementary school. And it's a quiet. And the best thing is it's a great neighborhood, awesome neighborhood. Old houses, awesome neighborhood.
Gotcha. All right, brother. Well, I completely understand where you're coming from. I get it. Let's touch base in April. Hopefully you don't do everything, so that way I've got something to do and I can add some value to it. Just like you know, I'm an investor, so if there's some meat on the bone on the other side, let's talk. If you want to get market value, I completely understand. And as you know, I probably wouldn't be the right buyer for you.
Yeah, I think that's probably where initially I'm going to go.
All right, wonderful. Hey, just curious, by the way, wherever you're moving, are you going to continue to flip and do your thing, or
No, I mean, I used to flip.
not anymore, huh?
This place I stayed because I just like the neighborhood.
Love it.
I've been here for over 15 years now.
Got it.
I just liked it, and I ended up getting a job, and I liked the job I had, and I just kind of got out of it. It was just, I was working 2 jobs at the same time. It was just too much.
Yeah. Do you own any? Do you have any rental properties by any chance?
No.
Okay.
No.
You don't want to get in that game, huh?
No, I've I got divorced once. I know what it's like to lose it.
I gotcha. I understand that too well. All right. Well, James, it was a pleasure. You have a wonderful day. I'll shoot you a text with my info. If you want to use me as easy button, give me a call and we can always revisit.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Oof.
Go
Dang.
for it, Jacob.
Okay. See if old Bob here answers the phone. Bro, so far I'm 2 for 2 on the double dials. If y'all don't do it, people in the live, double dial. Didn't answer the first phone call, call him right back, answered.
Actually, I don't even need to mute myself. You have me on your headphones.
Hello,
Hey, I was looking for Bob.
this is his wife. How can I help you?
Oh, well, hello. My name is Jacob. I was just looking to see if y'all were still selling the property in Ormond.
We're really not sure at this point. It's kind of like up in the air. We kind of go equity sell kind of thing. So we're not really positive at this point.
Gotcha. What's the other end of the spectrum? Like, what's your other option? Y'all thinking about just keeping it, or?
We just don't know if we want to go for home equity loan on it,
Oh.
keep it, or stay, to stay here, or should we go get just an apartment and rent from this point on? It's a lot of work for older, and it's a lot of work, and we just figured it's time. We've been there 23 years, so.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they built them in 1999, and we bought that time, so.
Well, so if you guys were to sell it, how much are you guys looking to get for it?
Well, it depends on whether it's one where we're paying the closing costs or not.
I would cover all closing costs and fees, and whatever price we come to an agreement to would be net to you.
Yeah. Well, what I'm looking for right now is 230. That's what I need to get. So, they're all going for obviously much better than that now, but there's not a lot of work to be done, but there's some pushing it up because we did the kitchen a little, but we haven't done major changes in the rest of it. And that's about it. I mean, they have a brand new roof, a brand new air conditioner. We just put the air conditioners last year. The roof was about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. We're across the street from the golf course. Our is walkable for us. It's like not even half a block or so. And they have the golfing there where we get to golf and all that. Oh, I'm sorry, I have doctor.
No.
I'm a doctor's office, so I'm probably gonna call you back or something.
Yeah. Well, how about this? When is a good time for me to call you back?
You can call me back in about another hour.
In an hour?
Much longer than that.
Perfect. Absolutely. I will call you back in 1 hour. 3 o'clock, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Oh, that's going to be a good one, bro.
I believe so.
That's going to be a good one.
I believe so. Guys, hopefully if you guys are new, hopefully you guys got that on how he turned that around, right? Because the lady's like, oh, I'm not looking to sell till later. He turned that around and said, like, if you were, well, how much would you looking to get for it? I think that's a great transition. I gotta say, like, last week, I did a lot last week where I was a little bit standoffish, and then the weekend I'm going, I think I left some money on the table. And so that's why I have Audi's comment on here. Speak to Lee has a lot of AI cold call, not having success. Bro, believe me and you, or you and me, Jermaine and I were talking about it last week. I was feeling the same way. But then I realized that if you were to look at all of those AI cold calls that are not that great of a lead, there are still some in there that's hiding that are actually motivated, but they're putting up a front. And it's up to us as closers to kind of peel off that onion, peel off that layer or two to see if there is motivation or if there isn't. And yes, you're right. Majority of them won't. But you will find one or two that will be. And what opened my eyes is because, one, like I said, I realized I was being a little bit standoffish. And two, I don't watch RJ's videos as much as I used to anymore. But I came across one of his videos where it was like that. And the lady was just so standoffish, just one question, one answer question, one word answers. But he was able to open her up and then ended up closing it. It's the one where it was him and Cassie. Cassie ended the review on it. So watch that. It opened my eyes. So I'm just saying, man, there's still some gold in there. You just got to find it. What was I saying? Jacob, you were saying something. Oh, Audi says, why is that a good call? Or why do you feel like that would be a good call?
So right out the gate, I'm looking in the area here and I see houses, comps within the area, either same bed, bath, maybe a little bit different, that are going for a little over 330. So if I was to just put it on the low side, she's saying I need to talk to her some more and see where the, what she said. I mean, she kind of told me briefly there on the phone that it still needs a little bit of work, but they've put on a new roof, new AC within the past 5 or 6 years, and then she had to cut it off because she was going to the doctor's office. But I mean, that's two of the really big items, and she's saying that this really just needs some refreshing. So if I want to just talk to her a little bit more and see what in her mind is like just refreshing and where the property stands. I mean, it was built in 1999, so it's really not that old. Has a lot of newer stuff in it. So plumbing is probably still CPVC, right? That's one less thing that we wouldn't have to worry about. Then I would just need to go in and take a look at, hot water heater. Electrical is probably, that's kind of, I just need to, but I think it could be a pretty good deal if it really only needs so much. A light rehab on this property we're only looking at about 10 or 15. So it's 2 bed, 2 bath.
Well, Jacob, if I can interject, I don't know why you thought it was a good call, but the reason why I'm saying I'm agreeing with you is because she was a bit close-minded in the beginning, like, we're not doing it until later, but she gave you an opening at the end.
Yeah.
And so for me, that's what I look for. Is there an opening? If there's an opening, then that means there's got to be some type of motivation. Because if there's no motivation, there is no opening.
And
Right. So now it's my job to all right, I saw that little crack. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to dance and see. And then I'm going to determine whether I can continue to keep dancing or I need to exit. And so for me,
Yep.
that's why I thought it's going to be a good call when you call her back. It can be the complete
Absolutely.
opposite, but at least there's an opening.
Yeah. So I guess to answer the question, that's also one thing that I'm thinking about. I was able to break down her wall and open her up, and she gave me part of her motivation. I don't know if you heard it, but she said, we're getting old and, it's just a lot of upkeep and hassle. We've been thinking about going into a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, so, and that's kind of, when I call back, kind of start over from the beginning, but to, I guess, dig into that a little bit. She gave me my foot in the door. So absolutely. But I thought it's a good call from the beginning standpoint and from the numbers aspect on the like behind, like while I'm talking on the phone with them. So I'm doing my comp, and sometimes I got to get better about, sometimes I like go into like autopilot on the phone with a seller, and I'll start just like saying, okay, yeah, and not really listening to what they say sometimes as I'm putting in all the information and looking around for a comp. So, yeah, that's one thing that I do need to get better on. But yeah, that'll be a good one. But Caesar, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm going to call this guy. This guy texted me out of nowhere today. I've had him on a campaign trip that just keeps texting him once a week.
Hello.
Mr. John Houston, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Caesar?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, brother. So I was the most consistent one out of all of them, huh?
Yeah, you were. You're actually the only one that's been contacting me consistently, so I figured I'd give
me a shot. All right. Well, hopefully you don't kick me out the door today.
No, absolutely not.
But all right. So the property is on Beyblade, right, out in Knoxville, and
Yes.
You're looking to sell this property. You're ready to move forward now. How much are you looking to get for it again?
I'm trying to just at least get what I bought for it 3 years ago, so 180 is what I paid.
180. Okay, got it. Do you currently own it right now outright, or do you still owe money to it?
I still owe 152.
152. Got it. All right. Well, can you tell me a little bit what you got going on over there?
Not much. I moved down to Florida 2 years ago, and it's just been vacant ever since. It's just been a money pit at the moment, just because nobody's living there. I'm still paying the mortgage on it and everything. So I'm just looking to take it off my hands. My mother lives right down the road, and I figure if I come back to Tennessee, I can stay with her for the night if I'm there for a day, and then come back home to Florida.
Got it. Okay. And you say it's been vacant for 2 months. Is that right? Did I hear you correctly?
No, nobody's lived in there for 2 years. When
2
I come
years.
back to Tennessee, that's where I stay. But yeah, nobody's lived there since I left.
Got it. Okay. When was the last time you were there?
Probably Thanksgiving, I think.
I figured, or during the holidays. All right. Can you tell me a little bit like the condition of the property and so forth?
The condition is just fine. The only thing the reason I'm looking to sell as is because I started to do a renovation in one of the 3rd bedrooms because we can't consider it a bedroom. That's why it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath now instead of 3-bedroom, which is what it was when I bought it because the window doesn't have enough egress.
Mm-hmm.
So I was changing that into a laundry room / master bathroom for the house, and then I was going to turn the back bathroom into a master suite for the master bedroom. But the only thing in that room that's still on renovation is the closet. I had the concrete pad poured for the shower and the frame built for it, and I took the door off of the closet, but I just haven't done the plumbing or anything.
Got it. Okay.
Plumbing for the washing machine was already moved upstairs. Electricity for the bathroom was already moved upstairs. It's just, that's the only reason I was looking to sell as is, because I know somebody's not going to buy it with that under construction.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. How much more in dollar value do you think I need to put in there to get it, 2024, 2025, so that I can sell it for maximum value?
I mean, fixtures on the house and everything. The entire house is hardwood floors. The cabinets are all real hardwood. The countertops are granite tile, if I'm not mistaken. Appliances inside the house are pretty much brand new. They were purchased in 2019. Air conditioner is brand new. It was purchased in 2018. Roof was put on in 2015. So there's not really much you would have to do to get it to be sellable, except either change that closet back into a closet or finish turn it into a shower.
Got it.
I've got all the bathroom fixtures and everything already there. There's already a toilet at the house. There's a sink at the house. There's a shower kit at the house. Everything's already in that room. I just didn't finish doing it while I was there.
Yeah, yeah. So how much, if you were to estimate, how much do you think it would cost me to finish everything?
Oh God, if you had somebody do it, or if you had a contractor do it, a contractor is probably going to be $15,000. If you did it yourself, or you had somebody that you knew could do it for cost or cut you a deal, probably less than 10.
Got it. Okay. So you're looking at about 15, and you feel like that would be like modern enough where I can put it on the market and a new family would enjoy buying.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, nothing in the house is dated or anything. All the plumbing is switched over to PVC except for the main drain line into the septic system, which still works just fine, but everything's all modernized. It doesn't need to be torn out and redone.
Got it. Okay. And just curious, in that market, how much do you think I can sell it for once I finish all that?
Around the house, it is turning into an urbanized area. There's suburban's going up. There was just a $13 million house built right down the road for some reason in the middle of the woods. So I think the fair market value on it is going up into the 230s, 240s, somewhere in there.
My man, that's exactly what I had in my calculator, 230. So at least you and I are aligned on that one. So that's a good sign.
I've done a little bit of legwork so far.
Got it. Okay. I'm just looking at some of the properties in the area. Just bear with me for a second. Have you talked to other investors, by the way, or am I the only one that you're talking to right now?
You are the only person that I have called or talked to.
Wonderful. Hopefully I'm the last.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm just looking at a few things. You guys are right by Washington Pike, right?
Yeah, it's right. It's probably a 4 or 5 minute drive. Not even that. It's right down. It's the corner street.
Yep. I see it. Okay. And you said it's a 3-1 right now?
Yeah, right now it's a 3-bedroom, 1 bathroom. There's an unfinished basement that is underneath the kitchen, dining room, extra bedroom area, and then there's a separate unfinished basement that is attached to the carport that is the rest back half of the house.
Got it. Okay.
And then the whole back area is a finished 8-foot privacy fence, and it's not a bad house.
Yeah. Let's see here. What's your acre? What's the lot size?
I think it was just under 1 acre. I think it's like 0.84.
Just under 1 acre, huh?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it goes all the way from the back power line. I don't know if you're looking at a map or anything, but
yeah,
on the map area, it's probably 500-600 feet back from the house. There's a power line. That's where the back edge of the property is, and then it goes all the way over to the driveway that you see going down next to the house, and then all the way to the street.
Got it. Okay. And I know I'm a little all over the place here because I'm looking at some of the comps, but you said this thing's been a money pit for you because it's been vacant for 2 years now, right?
Yeah, in April is when I moved down to Florida, and ever since then it's just been trying to pay the mortgage and then trying to pay rent down here and trying to keep everything up there. And then I just decided nobody's ever going to move back in, and I'm not moving back to Tennessee. So
Yeah, that must be a little tough. By the way, just curious, man. Did you ever think of putting this up on the market?
I have not. No, I've not actually. I was going to talk to one of my realtor friends that I bought the house with, but I just decided to try and get somebody to buy it as is. I don't know if I can get more money off on the market or not, but
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Well, let me ask you, man. I mean, if I can get this off your hands, and what's today? Well, today's the end of January. I can probably close on this within 14 to 30 days. Pretty much as soon as title clears and I get my guys out there just to confirm everything you mentioned. So I always like to give myself a little bit of a runway and under promise and over deliver than the other way around, right? So if I can do like a closing date on this towards the end of February, I pay all the closing costs, no realtor fees, out. And I'll buy it as is. What's the best price that you think you can do?
I don't. Like I said, I owe 152. I don't want to go anywhere below that or anywhere near that. I want to try and make a little money off of it just because I know my property value has increased on the suburban area going up around it. Probably 170, 175, maybe.
Yeah,
that gives you at least $45,000 on profit.
Yeah. Let's see here. So here's how I'm looking at it. I get your point there. So 230 is what you think I can sell it for, right? 230. I could actually, maybe if I get lucky, I might be able to sell it at 250, somewhere around that range. You say it'll cost me about 15,000 a fix. Anytime someone tells me a number, I just gotta put in
double it.
Yeah, I got to put at least 20 in there just because, as you know, you're fixing it, $10,000-$20,000 easily evaporates. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So when you say 15, I'm really looking at about $35,000 of rehab there. And then one other thing that as an investor, I gotta look at are my closing costs when I sell the property, because at that point I gotta hire realtors, right? And I gotta pay both of them. And then any closing cost, sorry, not closing costs, any holding costs I got to carry between now and then. So that's between those two numbers. That's an extra 12% off of, the 230. I can do this because you say you owe 152, right? And you checked that recently. That's how much you owe.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you want to make some money on there. It's gonna be a tight squeeze, but I can do 162, 163.
All right.
How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Why don't I do this? Why don't I send you an agreement? You're gonna love my agreement because it's only 2.5 pages. Very simple. So what I'll do is I'll do a closing date on it on the end of February. So let's make it February 26th, which is a Wednesday. So in that way you get your money that week. Just in case everything gets wired towards the end of the day, you know how title is. And then as far as your email address, what's the best email for you?
It's gonna be
All right, give me like 30 seconds to a minute. I'm gonna fill this out. Probably 2 minutes, and then just hang in there for me, if you don't mind.
absolutely.
By the way, how do you like Florida over Tennessee, man?
Well, my first year here, I went through 2 hurricanes in 1 month, so pretty great.
Well, you're still staying there, so you must like it.
Yeah, I live 7 minutes from the beach, so I can't really complain.
Oh man, I was just in Maui for a month in November. Absolutely love it. I was a quarter mile away from the beach, and that's what I was doing
Nice.
every single freaking day. I made my calls, like, bro, but you know what? I would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning though to make my calls because a lot of the properties I buy are in the East Coast and Central Time. But I was done by like noon, and I'm just out there on the water and done by 2.
Yeah. The bad part is when you live here, I said I was going to come to the beach every single day, and I have been to the beach probably a handful of times since I moved here.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez. Hey, John, can you hold on for 1 second?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to put you on mute, all right? Just give me 1 sec.
All right.
Hey, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go over the contract with them. So, Jacob, if you want, just go ahead and make calls, and then I'll be back once I'm done locking this up. It's already locked up.
Absolutely.
Signed.
Yep.
Cool.
Absolutely.
By the way, that's the thing. Don't let them go. Just lock it up instead of sending them. You'll increase your hit rate.
All righty. Let's rock and roll and boogie to the next one.
Hello.
Hey, is this Iqbal?
Can I help you?
Hi, yes, this is Jacob. I was just calling about your property there on Artist Drive. Are you still looking to sell it?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Yeah, your property on Argus Drive. Are you still looking to sell it? In Fairburn?
I am. Yeah, I am. I got the 420 on a contract, but I have 2 adjoining lots still right there.
Gotcha. So there's 2 lots beside it for sale.
Yeah, 11 and a half acres.
Let me take a look here. So that's okay. I see it.
Whenever I buy properties outside of my market, John, I always like to partner with local investors. And the only reason why I do that is because I want to make sure that I always have a set of eyes on my project.
11 and a half acres. I'm looking for 500,000 for the 11 and a half acres. 0 Argus Drive and 0 Woodland Drive.
You said you're looking for 500,000 for the 11 and a half acres.
Correct.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about it? Is it
Residential.
You
When I first bought that, I was going to put the 100-ton houses there with all 3 lots together. But I am living in New York and I'm retired, so it's just sitting there. So now I just want to cash what I'm not going to do anything with it. I am retired. I live in New York.
Gotcha. Okay. So
If you're interested, take my number, my cell number, because I don't usually answer this, but 917
okay.
468 9103.
917-468. Say the last 4 for me, please.
9103.
9103. Perfect. Yeah. All right. And so real quick, so is the property in acres? I'm having a little bit of a tough time here. Is it the property that backs up where Line Creek is?
Lime Creek,
Where is it in adjacent to this property 420? It's Argus Drive, right?
it's right to the, if you look at it face to the right of the zero, if you look it up, it's 0 August Drive and 0 Woodland Drive.
Gotcha. So I think I'm looking at it here.
It's all adjoined, it's attached to 420.
Oh, but it's not included underneath the contract that you have.
No.
Gotcha. So yeah, I see it. It's separating two of them. One's 7 acres and some change, and one's 3 acres and some change, almost 4.
Correct, yeah.
Gotcha. So and I mean, is it just raw land?
That's all that. It's,
You haven't had any.
you have access to it because if 420 is there, and right at the end of the property, there's a manicure estate there. So there's utilities there. I mean, on the back side of the woodland, there's all beautiful homes back there. So utility is right there already.
Gotcha. So utilities are there now. So surveying that hasn't been done, right?
I have a survey, but the survey I have is for all 3 lots together.
Okay, so it doesn't include just the 2 lots. So survey.
The survey shows 12.4 acres, but the 420 is 0.69 acres, so you take that off that.
Gotcha. And how'd you come up with the price of the land?
Well, lots of they were telling me it's pricing a little higher than that one. At this point, I just want to, I mean, White Dirt Realty Commercial Division and different people are telling me that those land there go for 60,000. But at this point, I'm just looking to cash out 500,000, and I'm good.
Yep. So just bear with me here. We do purchase some land. I just gotta see and make sure that it makes sense for me. So
It's a really, I mean, if you're familiar with the area there, it's just about 10 minutes from the airport. I mean, up the road, right across the highway, there's a CVS, the Walmart. There's a lot going on there.
yep.
And you got to look at the backside at the Woodland Drive. There's some really beautiful homes selling close to 400,000 and all that. So it's really is. When I got it, I was working with 2 builders who were going to put 100 townhouses there. But then you have various options. You can probably separate it in quarter acreage or whatever the case may be. And in that case, you can put maybe 50 single family homes, whatever it is. So there are different ways you can go.
Yeah. Well, so, and I'm looking in the area here. So pretty.
Zero Woodland is the largest piece, but you try to go to Google and go to Woodland Drive back there and see how beautiful those homes are. And if you're going to develop it, you want to come in from that side.
Yeah, absolutely, right. But I'm just kind of, I mean, there's a house there that's. Let's see. I see where it's at. I'm just trying to factor in because. So the cost of having to essentially scrape the property, make sure that everything is cleared out,
Yeah.
Factoring in. So utilities are already ran to what, the edge of the property, right where Woodland and Dogwood meet?
420 August, obviously the house has got all utilities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right or wrong, that there's utilities, so that's not a problem.
Absolutely. Well, and here, Iqbal, honestly, here's what I'm going to do. So typically whenever we look at purchasing land, so we're a father-son company. He typically looks at purchasing the land or like just land itself. I strictly deal with properties, and that's why I was calling in and inquiring about 420. You're under contract on it. You feel pretty confident.
Let me put it this way. If you are interested, there's a guy that just sent me a listing. He wants to list those two properties for 600 and change. I am contemplating doing something, but if you have an interest, call me at
That number that you gave me, right? 917?
917 number, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
The guy just actually sent me a listing. I just have it here. Looking at it. What I want to do that because I don't want to tie the property up in there. And I'm not sure he feels he can get it. At this point, I just want to cash out and move on.
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, like I said, I'll touch base with him and we'll rock and roll on it from there. Okay.
You got it.
And we'll give you a
Take
call
care.
back. Yes, sir. Thank you, Iqbal.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Oof. That dude's out of his mind. What did comps look like for Caesars? So the ARV is right around 240, I believe. Okay. Let me just put my notes in real quick. Dang, I put a refund in for that one. That was a fixed price one too. It's already under contract. Okay, on to the next one. What's the next one? Old Dennis.
Your call has been forwarded.
Why are you gonna hang up on me, man? Yeah, now I'm gonna piss you off a little bit.
Hello.
Hey, is this Dennis?
Yes.
Hey, Dennis, this is Jacob. I was just calling to see if you're looking to sell your property in Lakewood still.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you. What'd you say?
I was just calling to see if you're still looking to sell the property in Lakewood, the Rosewood Avenue.
Yeah. Did I talk to you yesterday?
No, sir, you didn't.
Oh, okay. I've been getting a lot of calls here the last couple of days. I'm confused by who I've talked to and who I haven't talked to.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cause you any confusion. I just wanted to give a chat real quick. I think you spoke to my manager. Her name's Ann, and I'm Ann's partner investor. She didn't really give me much information, so I kind of wanted to give you a call and start scratch with you. My name's Jacob.
Okay, Jacob. Well, yeah, what can I do for you?
Yeah. So how much are you looking to get for the property?
We have an offer of 180 on the property already. We haven't signed anything yet because we're not really marketing or selling the property right now. I'm going to buy a house, and then we're going to sell this one. We're not going to sell this house until I have already purchased another one.
Gotcha. So realistically, what kind of timeline are you looking to close?
Well, we've been actively looking. We went on appointments already 2 this week. My guess is with this market and the way it goes, my guess is sometime between April and May.
Sometime between April and May. Okay. So I have done contracts before, extended days for closing out 60 and 90 days. So
yeah, I'm not going to sign anything until I've already said the signed agreement on another house. I'm just letting you guys know that.
Hey, absolutely. So you're essentially just entertaining offers right now. Even if I gave you your asking price, you're just essentially just entertaining offers till you get your next place.
Yeah, pretty much that's exactly what it is. I mean, I've been saving, like I said, I've been getting inundated with phone calls. I mean, I think once we had to re-up our pre-approval letter, I think you guys got emailed all my information, and then I've been getting phone calls nonstop for the last 10 days. So I will save your information, and you're more than welcome to throw a bid in. But, like I said, we already have one for 180, and that was before we even started the whole process. Somebody offered, they called back about 10 days ago and reaffirmed their desire to have the property. Like I said, I mean, unless, once we decide we're going to sell, we'll let you all come through, take a look, and we'll just take highest and best at that point.
I was about to say, absolutely. What I can do is I'll just set a reminder for myself to touch base with you around, mid to late April, just to see.
Yeah, and like I said, you can set that, and like I said, I'll save you on my phone with the rest of them, and you guys can figure it out. But like I said, there's no money owed. It's an older house. There's stuff that needs to be updated and whatnot. Just so you know, it's a 4.2. I know it's listed as a 3.1 on the MLS or on the by the county, but it's a 4.2. Like I said, I think the square footage is a little bigger as well because there was additions put on the house. But like I said, I mean, the garage has just recently been fixed and whatnot. So I mean, it's a 2-car and all that. And house next door to me sold for $377 after updates were done. The house on the other side of me sold for $260, and that needed updates still. And then there's a house that just sold down the street for $250 that needs updates, and one that's pretty close to ours. I think it was 1526 Rosewood. Sold for $185. They rehabbed it, had to pour a driveway and do some other major work to it, and they just sold that for $420 back in December. So, I figure priced at $180. That was a pretty fair price. We're leaving meat on the bone, and like I said, if that other one is very similar to ours, sold for $420 after rehab, it's probably pretty good. You should be able to work with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So
like I said,
So, and I just want to be clear and I guess kind of make sure I leave with all the information. So even if I was to offer you a little bit more, you're still just going to wait until you have something else lined up.
We're just waiting. I don't want to be put on the clock, and I understand you'll make these. I just don't. That's just something I want to do. I'm a pretty serious person. I don't engage in ifs and whats and candies and stuff. But I just want to make sure that I have a deal in hand, and I'm already set. And like I said, I'm not pressed. The house is paid off. It's clear. So all I'm doing is paying taxes on it right now. I'm not stressed with that. So when it comes to all that other stuff, I'm fine. Like I said, I'm more comfortable doing business that way.
Absolutely. So, I mean, how come you're looking to relocate? I don't know if you said that to me already, but
Well, one, the plan is for I'm gonna get a multifamily and move my mother into the lower level because she can't do stairs anymore. So
gotcha.
it's a plan for the future. It's making it happen now while she's still young enough and still mobile enough, while at the same time, preparing for what's coming.
Listen, I definitely understand that. So, well, I would love to, talk about this and take it off your hands for you. Let's see, I understand where you're at, and your timeline and plan. And like I said, even if we get a little bit closer, you guys have found something, it just takes a little bit longer time to close. I can set closing times up for 60 and 90 days to really kind of alleviate some of that pressure on timeline for you.
No, I appreciate it. And like I said, I understand where you're a businessman. Obviously, I'm trying to work with everybody and make it as smooth and easy for everybody as possible. But as it stands right now, we're not ready to move forward at this time. But like I said, in a couple months, 2-3 months, it's probably going to be a lot different.
Absolutely. Well, I'd love the opportunity to follow up with you as time goes on, get closer and closer to that timeline. So I'll put you in here. So my name is Jacob. If you want to go ahead and lock me in,
I will put you in my phone. Like I said, there's been feelers and there's been serious people. I'll put you in the serious column.
Thank you. I absolutely would appreciate that. So, well, Mr. Dennis, I appreciate you taking the time out your day to talk with me, and I look forward to hopefully doing business with you in the future.
All right, thanks. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Jacob.
What's up, man? Welcome back. You get that
up?
thing signed? You didn't have any difficulties?
No, got it. He's gonna go ahead and sign it right now. Went from top to bottom. Should be good to go.
Dude, golly, man.
I think Jermaine was asking what did the clumps look like. I
told him that y'all kind of came to the ARV of around 240.
240, 250. And then I'm also looking at the properties that are there's a lot of things that's happening in that area right now, which
Really?
got me excited. I'll share my screen real quick for some of the folks. That's just like all the for sales in the area.
I see. Oh, wow.
And by the way, his partner, he's also a contractor, so he's like I'm not bullshit. When I was on mute, like I'm not bullshitting with that number. It's like my partner's a contractor. So how much is it going to cost you? And then these are the sold. So he's in this area. So look at this one, got sold for $325. It's 3/1/1971. This just got sold January 1, 2025.
Wow. Good Lord.
So now, granted, it's 1.91 acres. His is 1 acre. So that's why I was conservative with 230, 250.
But acreage, it typically only adds about like $10,000-$15,000 worth of value on a property. So,
yeah. This is built in 1971. I forgot what year his was. But here's what I was looking at. 15. Yeah. So, at the end of the day, right? Like I put 20 in here. I'll probably take a $10,000 fee on it. Now someone can just go in there and wholesale it for 32. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He said he owns 152. Bro, like he sounded very motivated. Like if I come back to him and be like, yo, I can't do 163, but I can do 158. I think he's gonna be like, yeah, dude, just give me $6,000. I don't care.
Yeah, slap them things in the rental calculator and look at that.
Yeah. So on the calculator, I did that too. So 163, it's right under 1%. That's the only thing. It's really like a wholesale kind of deal.
Yeah.
That's where, see how it's not that beautiful.
Yeah.
But look at this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an extra 40. Let's just say someone does buy it off me for 183. It's a $47,000 equity, instant equity, and it's practically a free house on a burr, right?
Yep.
If someone negotiates with me and I let it go for 10, they're getting $7,000 extra on a burr. So on something like this, it's 2 exit strategies, not necessarily 3. You know what I mean? Because this doesn't reach the 1% rule. But what's the cash on cash return on this, Jacob?
Well, here, hold on. Let's see.
1,400 is the monthly.
Yeah, and real quick, what I was about to say, what I want you to do is I want you to paste that address into the chat on StreamYard. I'm gonna put it in bigger pockets real quick. See what that looks like.
Oh, on the private chat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On ours.
Like, what are you trying to say? Oh, just kidding. Let me see. Do it. Where are you? Private chat.
So at 1,400, you're coming up to 10-ish, like a little under 10 years.
A little under 10 years.
To get back what you've put into it.
So all you did was what, 1,400
so
times
you take
12.
Yep.
Times 10.
Yep.
Yep.
So let's see.
Thinking about 10 years.
Yeah, probably. I just thought about it. Well, I guess the contract price to the buyer. Yeah, it'd be right around 10 and some change. It's 3-1, right? That's what it was.
Yep.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
I did screw up?
Yeah.
Where did I screw up?
Dude, there's literally a property that just got rented out like 4 months ago for $1,800 a month. 3-1, 1,600 square foot, built in 1966.
So I didn't.
3 1.5, $1,700 a month, 1,300 square foot, built in 1945, rented for $1,700 a month, $1,650.
So you're saying I screwed up in the right way?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
no. You didn't screw up at all. Nah.
So then now it takes them 8 years. Takes the end buyer 8 years to make their money back.
Dude, people are renting for $1,400 a month for a 2-bed, 1-bath.
Sweet. Let's go.
Yeah, bro.
So it sounds like I've got myself a deal here.
Uh-huh. I mean, they say median rent for this is at $2,000, but I would play it safe and do that $1,700
or $1,800.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just putting in my calculator. And guys, for some of you folks that are watching too, like, I don't know if you guys save your calculator. Jacob, I don't know if you save your calculator. I save my calculator for every deal that every contract that I lock up.
There's a cool little software that I use. It's called Lightshot.
Lightshot?
Yep. And all I have to do is just click on the application, and then I just drag over the area, and it takes a screenshot, and that's how I save them.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. You can save them. I actually just make a copy, and then I just name it under with that address or the seller's name.
Yep.
Because I can always go back to it on the dispo side. You know what I mean?
Yep. Bro, listen, hold on. I'm gonna dude, I'm so mad that this dude won't sign it. The guy that I just got off the phone with, I'm so mad that he won't sign a contract until April or May.
You got cut off. What was that?
This dude that I just got off the phone with, I'm so upset that he won't sign a contract till April or May. because
Oh,
that is a freaking deal. Like crazy deal. Crazy deal. Like ARV.
nice.
So look, ARV is 420,000. He wants at least 180.
Wait, what? Say that again. He wants 180. What's the ARV you said?
ARV is 420,000.
Oh my gosh.
Bro. That's a monster.
That is a monster.
He's just like, I won't sign anything until I have a place to go.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Did you throw out maybe you can put it under agreement?
That's what I threw out. I was like, I can set a contingency for closing, until you have another place to go, or extending it for 90 days. He's like, nah, I just won't do it. Not until. I was like, well, what about if, like, once you find a property you want and you begin the process for closing, then could we go ahead? And he's like, I don't know. And he's like, I really just want to wait until I have something set up for sure. Until I sign anything. Like, he's like, I've already gotten a couple offers, them offering to give me what software am I using to property rent? So I use two softwares, a free one, Rentometer. It's free. And now the one that I pay for is Bigger Pockets. Now, Bigger Pockets is a little more accurate, but you got to pay for it. And it shows you, so it'll show me on Bigger Pockets what houses are like renting for around my subject property. So, for example, like with the one that Caesar just did, I'm not going to share anything, but I'll say that down the street, let's see, I can see everything in this neighborhood, the surrounding neighborhoods, what they got rented for, how long ago they got rented at, so on and so forth. So I love Bigger Pockets. It's amazing, but it's not free. Rent, or you can put the address in and it'll show you the median rent, but that's like between houses that are bigger than yours and houses that are smaller than yours, and where the median is. And so on the same end of the spectrum, prop stream for your property is saying 1,400. But the thing about with prop stream, it does kind of like the same thing. It takes the small and the large and kind of tries to stick around, a median area, but it's just not as accurate. Like if you go into Privy, you can see what rent's going for in the areas on Privy too. If you have Privy there, I think that was Jermaine, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah. So it's like Privy. It has MLS access. Yes. Well, and so now, let's see. So I can see what the property rented for on Bigger Pockets. I can also see information about the owner. So, and just for experimental sakes, yeah. Yeah, it's almost right on the money. 2 properties just got listed within 20 days around Caesar's subject property. One's for, I said 2 property on Privy, 2 properties just got listed for rent around your subject property. One for 700, which is a little bit more on the like closer to what you have side. So yeah, Bigger Pockets is on the money.
Nice. All right. I'm excited. I didn't screw that one up.
Yeah, man.
Nice. I just had him on a campaign drip, dude. It was literally just sending him hellos.
Yep. That's awesome. And Victor, you used to have Bigger Pockets membership, but I wasn't doing anything. I like to have it. So we also use it. My dad, he has a couple of rental properties, so it's also useful to try and, as a renter or a landlord, I guess you could say, he can get a good idea what he can get his properties rented for in the area. But I use it anytime that I'm putting my numbers into the profit calculator. I always look and see to what used to be 2 exit strategies and now 3, thanks to Caesar. Make sure that it makes sense across the board and I'm not stuck with just trying to find one funnel of buyers.
Yup. Sweet Mother Jesus. All right, I'm going to make another call.
No.
Man, that was good. It was like out of freaking nowhere today. Should I call someone from North Carolina?
Yeah, make sure you stick away from South Carolina.
Yo, bro, I just sent it to Corey.
Yeah.
From Titanium. I don't know if you've ever used him, but he's from South Carolina. That's all he does, South Carolina.
Yeah, but South Carolina, there's it's a non-wholesale state.
No, I know. So that's why I sent it to him.
Yep.
He double closes all his
Yep.
Yep.
Say, hey man, you get this one through, throw me a little bird dog, man.
That's all I said. I was like, just wet my beak a little. That's all.
Yeah, give me a little bone. Throw a dog a little bone.
Let's see if I can call this guy.
Hello.
Hey, Miss Vicky James.
House already sold, sir, 2 months ago.
Oh man, congratulations. That's awesome. Close and funded? Close and funded?
Yeah, already. Yeah, 2 months ago. Don't spend the money.
Oh man, I love it. You go to Vegas? I'm going to Vegas next week.
Okay, I'm thinking about it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do it. Put it all on black, man.
All right, yeah, have a good day here.
All right, you too. Bye.
All right, bye.
He already knew.
You already knew. You didn't even care. He's like, already
Yep.
sold.
Already sold, man. All right. I guess I'll tee up for the next one.
Yep, go for it.
Let's see.
For the folks that are watching, what mistake did I make there? Or what could I have done? There's one extra step I could have done. Drop it on the chat. I want to hear if you guys... Yeah, let's go, Jermaine. I was just going to say, everyone except for Jermaine.
7708838.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, I just got so excited about messing with a guy that I forgot to ask. Dummy.
All right, let's double dial this folk. Hold on, I'm gonna give him one more ring and then
Go for it.
good response rate has been crazy today.
Please leave your message for
Dang.
7708838.
This is my one voicemail later. Hey, Sam and Patrice, this is Jacob. I just wanted to give you a call about your property there on Songwood. If you could, just give me a call back as soon as possible if you're looking to sell it. 470-470-5949. Thank you.
All right. Let me make a dial.
Hello?
Hello, may I speak with Colton?
Who is this?
Yes, my name is Caesar. I'm calling about your property on Westford Court. Are you by? Go ahead.
Now is not a really good time. What's your cell phone number? And I'll call you.
Yeah, this is it, man.
This is your cell phone number?
You got it.
All right. You want to Sam?
Oh, wonderful. I'll send you a quick text as well so you remember my name, and just give me a call when you're free.
Yeah, you're definitely going on Craigslist, buddy.
Wonderful.
Dang.
I got it. Well, he puts me on Craigslist. I just put him on my turbo trip. What's today? The 30th. I'm literally putting on my notes. Put this guy on my turbo drip.
All right. I guess I'll go ahead. Ooh, what in the hell?
What's up?
High level just started just bugging out for me, like glitching on my phone. It was like flashing.
Going crazy.
Yeah. Like what? All right, let's see. I'll go ahead and line up the next one. See if this guy answers.
Hey, I'm just gonna go to the kitchen real fast. You take it over from here for.
Leave a message. Bye.
Dang, straight to voicemail? That's insane.
Leave a message. Bye.
Hey, this is Jacob. Just calling about your property there on Brushy Knob. I was looking to see if you're looking to sell it still or if it has sold. If you could, just give me a call back, 470-470-5949. Thank you. I'll send this guy. Jermaine, you have any luck today, bro? All right. Let's call Sean up.
Please leave your message. Please leave your message for 38684322780.
Hey, what is going on, Sean? This is Jacob. I was just reaching out to see if you're still looking to sell your property on Knight Place. If you could, just give me a call back, 470-470-5949. Thank you. Hey, Jermaine, if it's anything like like Caesars from the drip campaign, you know, it's a pretty good one to keep following up with. Let's see.
Jermaine, I'm just happy you have a drip campaign out. So that means CRM is up and running. You had a little bit of a hiccup in the beginning, so.
Okay.
Hey, Jacob, you do any business in Oklahoma?
Oklahoma.
Are there any rules, any regulations in Oklahoma?
Not that I know of. I don't think we really do a bunch of business in Oklahoma.
I've never really had that much luck on there, but I know what's his name. RJ does it, so let me call this guy while you're doing your notes.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go let my dog out real quick.
For sure. Heck yeah, Jermaine. That's awesome, man.
Welcome to the U.S. Cellular voicemail 40538. Welcome to the U.S. Cellular voicemail 4053. Available. Please leave your message after the tone. After you have finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Hey, Max. Good afternoon. Caesar here. I'm calling about your property on Bellman Avenue. Just wanted to see if you're still looking to sell. If you are, I am looking to buy properties out in Oklahoma. So when you get a chance, give me a call back at this number. I'll shoot you a quick text as well, just in case that's easier for you. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. All right. 1:30.
This mailbox is not currently accepting messages because voicemail has not yet been activated. Please try your call again later. This mailbox is not currently.
Oh man, could not be delivered. Why not?
I've been having a a bunch of leads from iSpeed to Lead that have landline numbers.
Yep.
So I've been getting a bunch of those can't be delivered.
Well, I'll make one more dial, Jacob, and then you can go next.
Yep.
Your call has been forwarded to an
Darn it. One more. It's got more than one ring. Maybe Jermaine was calling the guy earlier. That's why.
Mhm.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 42576. Not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Craig. Good afternoon. Caesar here. Just calling you about your property on Valencia Circle. Just want to see if you're still looking to sell. I am a buyer and I'm looking to buy in that area. If you are, give me a call back at this number. If you're not, just shoot me a quick text with a thumb down and I'll take you off my list. Thanks, bud. Bye.
All right.
Commercial management.
Hey, I was looking for Pity.
This is Patty.
Patty, I'm sorry. Well, Patty, my name's Jacob. I was looking to see if you were selling your property in Ormond still.
So let me just ask you a question. Where are you guys getting?
Patty, I believe you spoke to
You're
a.
breaking up.
Oh, hold
I
on.
am interested in selling the property, but I'm just curious where my name is on some list because you're like the third person who called me.
Oh, I'm terrible. I think you spoke to my partner.
Okay.
Yeah. So, excuse me. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I believe you spoke to my partner. Now, she didn't really give me any information. Pretty much, I'm starting fresh here. Her name is Sam.
I honestly don't know.
Well, Sam told me you were looking to sell the property. So here I am. I am a potential buyer here. Now, how much are you looking to get for it?
I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't priced the market. And I know that the house needs some work because it's not got any internal upgrades. And it was built in the late 1950s. So I have to take that into consideration when I come up with how much I need to get.
gotcha.
So, but right now, I'm just trying to kind of figure out where everybody's getting, like I said, just you're like the third phone call today. And
Yeah.
every single one of the phone calls has my name spelled wrong.
I'm terribly sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. It's just that I just am curious where my name's at out there on the web.
Well, like I said, all I have is just the information here from my partner, Sam. So I'm not sure if your name's out there or anything. You know, Sam just.
So where are you guys located at? Are you located locally, in Florida, out of Florida?
Well, so I'm in Georgia now, and it just happens to be that funny enough. I'm actually from the town. I was born and raised in Ormond, so I'm very familiar with the area, and we acquire a lot of properties in Ormond. We pretty much do a whole lot of business on the southeast. We buy and hold, fix and flip, you name it. So.
Right. And you guys flip houses basically.
So I guess it really just depends on what makes sense. You know, at the end of the day, we either fix and flip it. We either buy it, put a little bit of work into it, make it a rental, or even if it makes sense, we've even wholesale deals. It really just whatever makes sense. So,
All right.
I mean,
Okay, so I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that was built in the late 1950s. Appears to be structurally sound. I haven't really gone around and looked. One of the people asked me if there were any cracks in the walls and stuff, and I'm like, I've never noticed that, but I've never looked for that. So if there is something there, it's not something that your attention is drawn to.
Yep.
I know the air conditioner was replaced a number of years ago. I don't have that exact information. I have to find that. And I'm not sure how old the roof is either, so I have to look that up as well, which I will be doing probably this weekend. So the bathrooms are, like I said, nothing's been upgraded. It has old terrazzo floors in part of the house. And the bathrooms have that, the tiny square, like pink and gray tiles and stuff, that they used back in the day. So, and I know the kitchen cabinets are going to have to be replaced. I mean, like I said, it's from the 50s, so, and they've never upgraded it.
Yep. Okay.
Right now it's full of stuff, and my mother-in-law lives there. We're in the process of cleaning things out and getting it ready to sell. So it has not gone on the market yet. If we find somebody to buy it before it goes on the market, it will never go on the market. But I do not know what the price range is going to be yet. I haven't made it that far.
Absolutely. So how come you guys are looking to sell it?
My mother-in-law is 89 years old, and we're getting ready to move her into an assisted living facility, and it's her home. And she actually has 2 homes, one here and one in Kingsport, Tennessee. And we're going to keep the house in Kingsport, Tennessee, and sell this one.
Gotcha. So you currently, do you live in the house as well?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So
No.
are y'all up in Tennessee already?
No. I live here in Ormond Beach. I have my own house.
Gotcha. Okay.
I live in Ormond Beach. Yeah.
Yep.
No, we're keeping the house in Tennessee because that's where everybody likes to go to vacation and stuff.
Yep.
We're going to just keep that house in the family.
Yeah.
She's moving into an assisted living facility down here in Florida.
Yep. Hey, listen, I guess when you live on the beach, I guess the only place to go vacation to is the mountains.
Right.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. And so do you know the square footage right off the top of your head? I just want to make sure I'm looking at the right information here. It's like,
honestly, I don't.
Because my end, it says it's around 1900.
I was going to say close to 2,000, but I don't know the exact square footage.
Gotcha.
It's got 2 full baths, 3 bedrooms, a combination dining, I guess it would be called a family room, and then a living room, and then a enclosed Florida type room, but it's not enclosed, so it's not like glass or screens or anything, with a fireplace.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a great location. It is about, 2 good blocks from the beach. Could be considered 3 blocks. I'm not sure how, because there's not like actual, I think there's 2 side roads, so maybe 3 blocks would be considered from the beach. But it's right, if you're familiar with Ormond Beach because you grew up here, it's right where it's on the corner of almost on the corner of Ann Reston in Halifax, which is right where the St. Brendan's Church is and where Halifax turns and curves into John Anderson?
Yeah, there's a like RV place not too far down the road, I believe. If
I
I'm
have no idea.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's where we're at.
Okay. Perfect. So, and I
So if you
mean,
guys wanna,
well, I guess let me ask you this. I mean, you don't have any number in mind that you were looking to get for the property?
well, if the house had upgrades already done, it would be worth $400,000. But it needs upgrades.
Yeah.
And I haven't priced any of that out, and I know that. I mean, I know it needs, pretty much, all new cabinets in the kitchen. I know both bathrooms need to be completely redone. It needs all new flooring. If people don't want the terrazzo in the areas that have terrazzo, most people don't. But there are some people who might. So, that's kind of a give or take kind of thing. But the bedrooms all need new carpet, that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
So, it probably needs to be painted, the exterior. And I don't know the age of the roof or the air conditioner.
Okay. So it seems like
So
that's probably
I'm very realistic in what I'm looking at from I got to get off, if I want to come up with if I want to come up with a price, I have to sit down and say, okay, how much is it going to cost to replace the roof? $18,000? I don't know, probably 15 anyway. How much a cabinet's going to run? I've got to come up with all those prices and then, start subtracting those off of, what the market value is kind of to get at least to a reasonable number.
Yeah.
Reasonable expectation.
And I guess
that's just,
Miss Patty,
and I just haven't done that yet.
shame on my competition. If you've gotten calls from other people earlier today and they haven't explained some of this with you, that's a shame on them. So I've got so it seems like you go straight to talking about the AC in the roof. It seems like that's a question that's been asked a lot. Now there's a couple of other things that factor into the equation as well. Talking about the hot water heater, seeing how old that is, the plumbing, the electrical, right? But realistically, so we do a lot of business in Florida, and I've got really, really accurate estimates on certain kinds of rehab, right? On cost of it in order to get it to that 2025 feel and build to sell it for full market price, right? So I can tell you right off the gate, just based if the house is right around 1,980 square foot, a roof. So, Florida just made it pretty stationary or standard to keep insurance on roofs. You have to replace roofs within 10 to 12 years, right?
Right.
Now, with that being said, now you don't have to spend as much money on roofs. So typically for like standard pricing on a roof, it's $140 per square foot. So if we're looking at 1,980 square feet, that's about $27,000, right? And I've worked very, very closely with my contractors on getting these estimates for how much it would cost per square footage and whatnot. So right out the gate, that's $27,000. And so realistically, I think that in order to bring this house up to full speed on like 2025 feel and build to get that maximum value from the market, it's gonna be probably around 69 to 70,000, give or take a couple of extra big ticket items doing the flooring, right? Making sure that all the kitchen's remodeled and the bathrooms are good to go, so on and so forth, painting the outside. So with that being said, let's see. I mean, realistically, I would probably, and that's, I'm just estimating on just like interior stuff too, and with the exception of the like just painting the outside. Now, I haven't factored in if anything with, the driveway needs to be done, landscaping, or
Right.
I mean, is the electrical, do you know how old the electrical in the house is? It's probably safe to say that like the wiring and the panel is from the 60s, right?
Probably.
Yeah. And
But I don't know if they ever had to replace their panel or not. I'm not sure if they have one of those old, I don't know, what were they, federal panels that had to be replaced?
Yeah.
I forget which ones they were. I don't know if that's what they have, but if they had that, I'm sure over the years insurance would have made them replace that. I just haven't looked at that.
And so, and then, kind of tying back around into it, the plumbing that goes underneath the house, right? I don't know, how old that is.
No idea.
I mean, regardless, with all that being said, I mean, my question to you is would you rather get this off your hands now, or do you want to have the capital to invest in it in order to get the maximum value off of it from the market? Because
we're not going to invest money into it. We're going to sell it as it is, regardless of how.
So you would just put it up on the market and sell it as it is.
Yeah, if we put it on the market, we would sell it as it is. We're not going to put any money into it.
Gotcha. Okay, so
I don't think there's that much.
Well, so, and me and every other investor is going to come to you and break down these numbers essentially in the same order and fashion, right?
Correct.
So as far as prices, now, is the house free and clear? Let me ask you.
As far as I know.
Okay. Well, I definitely, I'm your guy to help you get this off your hands. So again, I'm just kind of being fully transparent with you and laying it all out on the table, right? So if I'm going to put $70,000 into it on repair, so I would have to make sure that whatever I give you, net to you, I would cover all closing costs and fees associated, right? So whatever I would give to you plus what I'm putting on top of it. So I've got closing costs.
Kind of profit, you have to have a profit in your
Exactly, right? And typically it has to be within the range of 15 to 20% in order for it to make sense across the board, right? But I've also,
15 to 20% of what?
Like of the like all in number, right? From where I'm at with everything said and done, plus what I can get off of full market value, right? So I've got, my holding and closing costs on both sides, right? Because I'm going to cover your closing costs, but I'm also going to have closing costs and fees and holding costs when I turn around and sell it. That alone is $51,600. It's 12% right out the gate. And then I'm putting 70 in for repairs. So I'm looking at least 130,000 plus the two, whatever I'm going to give you.
$51,000 in closing costs. Where's those numbers coming from?
That's so I've got a calculator here for me. Basically,
I'm just asking where the costs are coming from, because if I'm doing direct with a company, I don't have realtor fees.
Exactly.
So, I don't have to worry about that. I might
have,
$500 or $600, maybe even $1,000 in attorney fees for the closing, and then there's title insurance and there's doc stamps. I don't know what other closing costs could be to make them $51,000.
So, and really, I mean, so I've got closing costs, like I said, calculated in here on the other side of the spectrum as well when I turn around and sell it, right? But there's a holding cost that's also included into it that really gets it up to that 12%. What's a holding cost? So a holding cost, pretty much it's like a storing cost, essentially, like the additional costs that's involved in storing and maintaining.
Because you've lost interest on your money for the 3 or 4 months that it takes you to rehab it and get it ready to sell and get it sold. So that kind of thing, is that like kind of the
well, it's just like any cost that I have to carry between now and when I sell the property.
Okay.
So that's That's all it is.
Okay, and that's 12%.
Well, no. So everything all together. Again, I've got closing costs on the other side of the spectrum, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got the holding costs that's tied into it. I mean, if I have to get an HML, right, I have to pay points towards
What's an
that.
HML?
Hot money or hard money lender,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So instead of, I mean, it's just typically when you do fix and flips, most flippers get a hard money loan or a hard money lender in order to lend out the capital to go in and do all the work,
Right.
turn around,
Okay.
sell the house.
So anyway, I don't know what you're basing the 12% on as your starting number. So
Well,
you
so
know,
again,
that's
right?
okay.
There's closing. So it basically,
closing
what you
costs and holding costs. Got it.
well, and that's where the percentage comes from. But again, right? Like I'm just being transparent with you because I could just sit here and just tell you the number, right? But and not break it down for you. But I've got it on both ends of the spectrum that I have to look at because I've got fees that's also going to come into play whenever I go to turn around and sell it, right? And when you put it up on the market in order to get that full market value, I'm going to have closing costs to deal with there. You know, got to get realtors and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So again, it's not just with me doing business with you; it's the whole thing
I understand that.
as a whole, right? So, I mean, realistically, it's tough. I mean, as is, you know, the way that I'm trying to calculate here because you can't go and base it off of any of the realtor websites. That number that they're going to populate when you go and put it on Zillow. I mean, that they're basing it off of if it was in 2025 condition.
Right.
So realistically, I would need to come in. If I come in somewhere around 200s, somewhere in the low to mid 200s, that would put me in the 15 to 20% range.
What do you consider mid 200s?
Well, the middle of 200 and 300.
250?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So if I were to do 250, you know, that's making it pretty hard for me on the turnaround on it on my investment. I mean, that puts me at, I'm getting a half of what I put in for even just repairs on profit. So, I mean, realistically, I would probably, I mean, where are you at? Would you accept an offer for mid twos, low twos?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't researched the market or really talked to anybody about it yet. That's like I'm a step away from that. Right now, I'm working on cleaning the place out, and so that I can even have somebody come in and look at it.
Well, so and I mean, with all that being said, there isn't a magic number where we could go ahead and do business.
I don't know because it's not just me. I have to go to the other family member.
Oh.
So yeah, so there's my husband and my sister-in-law. And I make the decisions for my husband, and she makes her own decisions.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Well, so, and now I do have this neat little software where, so I have a bunch of investor friends all over the nation, and we all can put, whenever we purchase property, our information, how much we purchased it for, the amount that we put in for repairs, and what we were able to turn around and sell it for, right? So I can look in, basically within your neighborhood, you have 3 people that have bought houses to pretty much fix them and flip them, and it looks like there's 2 people who've bought houses to buy them and hold them and rent them out. And typically, so there's a property right down the street They bought it for right at 230, and it's a 3.2. It's right, and now they bought it at 230, and it was 2,100 square foot. Again, this is all that. So they turned around and sold it for 125. Or at 360, they got a $125,000 margin in between there. So after all their costs and rehab, there's not much on the return right there.
Got it.
But basically, the point that I'm trying to get at is that within your neighborhood, between 200 and 250 is the popular price point, and that's why I feel comfortable with my number there.
For a house that has to be rehabbed, I got it.
Exactly. Right.
Okay.
And 3.2s are actually what everybody's buying around there. 3 bedrooms,
Right.
2 baths.
Right. Okay.
So, I mean, let me ask you, because I'd love to be the guy that go ahead and handles this situation for you guys. I mean, could we have a conversation? I mean, I can grab a call. We can set up an appointment to be on a call with all 3 parties involved.
I don't know. She's coming over here this weekend strictly to work on the house, getting it cleaned out. So when she gets over here this weekend, I'm going to be talking to her about it. And so I won't be able to answer that question until I talk to her.
Gotcha. Again,
she's not as realistic as I am.
What do you mean by that?
Well, they think they have a gold mine because it's on the beach side, and they don't understand the whole real estate market concept and the amount of money that has to go into rehabbing the house and the profit margin that somebody who is a flipper needs to make. They don't understand any of that.
Yeah. I mean,
so everything I do with them is a hard sell.
Absolutely. And I mean, I could alleviate some of that pressure for you. I think it would be perfect. I mean, we could do a FaceTime call. I could see the condition of the house to make sure that my number's right. But we could also, again, I can explain every aspect of what would need to be done, estimates on costs.
Right.
So
like I said, when she's here, I'll talk to her about that and see if that's something, she will do.
Yeah. And so, I mean, what I could do is I could just go ahead and shoot you guys a call whenever y'all are done doing your talking and stuff like that.
I'm not nothing against you personally, but I'm not giving you my cell phone number. Sorry.
That's
this
okay.
is my office. You can call my office all day, all night. I've got a 24-hour answering service on it, but I'm not giving all these random people my cell phone number to just call me. So that's not going to happen. Sorry. No disrespect.
Absolutely, Miss Patty. Absolutely.
I have a property management company. I manage condos and HOAs. I've been in the fringes of real estate for 40 years. So
Gotcha. So you understand, right?
I understand it all.
Okay.
I understand it all.
Well, so and I make my process very easy, and I would do everything and wrap
So
up.
what I'd like to do is, could you send me an email with your contact information?
My contact information? Sure.
Yeah. So that I can reach back out to you after I've talked to my sister-in-law.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, here, and let me do this real quick. What's the best email address for you? Perfect. So now, do you have any questions for me?
Not at this time.
Absolutely.
What's your name? Sam, right?
Jacob. No, my partner was Sam.
Sam was the lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sam was the one who told me to give you a call.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'd love to be the solution for you.
Okay. that's in your favor.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
And well, I look forward to talking with you again. Like I said, whenever you guys have a chat and you're ready to, continue talking and move forward, I'd love to explain more of the process and wrap this up. All right?
all right. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
I gotta go. All
Take
right.
it easy, Patty. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
God, bro. I lost my confidence there for a second because she started asking me some questions I didn't know.
Yeah, I was trying to type as fast as I can. I'm like,
Yeah, bro.
bro, I know you're always open to feedback, so I'll give you some feedback.
Lay it on me.
Always, I like your style, man. And I know sometimes I'm like, oh, this guy's taking a little too long. But like I said, everyone's got their own cadence. You're comfortable with it. At the end of the day, it's your time, not mine. You know what I mean? So one thing that I will say is, and you're really good at this, but for some reason you didn't have it in this one. You miss a few different pauses. The second time you said 250, all you have to do was shush it. Because right when she said, okay, she said, and I'll give you you can rewatch this. She says, okay. And then she was going to say something after she said, okay, but you started talking again to a point where you started selling instead of just being a buyer. So that, and the other thing is in the beginning, because she mentioned that it's her mom that's going to the nursing home, right? Or something like that. So I think you messed up on the fact that, are there any other family members that needs to be, that we need to talk to? Which I believe you sense that when she said it in the end, because you're like, oh, and you're like, fuck, why didn't I ask that in the beginning?
Yeah.
And I think those were really the only two things. I feel like you were going to go with the question that I asked earlier. Well, the question to you is, do you want to put money? Like that was like, like RJ always talks about moment of truth. That was a moment of truth. And that's when, boom, you laid a hammer.
Yep. Oh Lordy, I got a little rustled there because again, she asked me questions that nobody's really asked me before. Usually whenever I kind of talk about those holding and closing costs, nobody ever asked me, what's that? Where's it?
Yep. So very quickly, like the holding, so the closing costs, the reason why it's 7% is I got to pay you 1%. I got to pay 1% when I buy it off you. I got to pay another 1% when I sell it. So that's 2. And then now with the NAR thing, I got to pay both realtors at 2.5 a piece. So that's 5. Yeah. That's why it's 7% on the closing costs. Now the 5% on the holding costs, those are just any costs that I have to carry between now and when I sell the property. That's how I would do it. And then if they ask, well, what's in that holding cost? Well, if I have to get a hard money lender, I got to pay points on that. Right. I'm also losing any money and the times it's getting fixed because I'm not able to rent out the property. That's an opportunity cost. So that's what the holding cost is.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And
then if you think about it, and I can be wrong on this one, but it's 5%. So really, when we're doing a rent, we want to be at 1% of our all-in number, right? Right.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, that's like 5 months of not being able to rent it out. That's another way of looking at it. Because you're fixing it.
Perfect.
Yep.
I'm keeping this so that I can look back on it.
Yep. Because like you said, most people just don't know enough. So they'll just say, okay, but she knows because she's in the industry. Like you got her. Like she likes you.
Yep.
The only thing that I probably would have ended in the end is like, hey, I know you don't want you don't want to give me your cell, but if you want, here's my cell phone number. If your sister-in-law or sister is okay to talking to me, let's do it. Show me the property, and I can even we can sit down and educate everyone, all three parties, to say, hey, this is how much it's roughly going to cost you guys if you were to do it on your own, which by all means, go for it. Right. But you said you don't want to put in the time or the capital into it. So based on that, yeah, I mean, the whole thing. But I would have just said, hey, I would have just ended it with, feel free to call or FaceTime me while you're there. I know you don't want me calling you, but you can call me.
Now, would it be a bad idea to include? So she told me she wants me to email her all my personal information.
Yeah, then I would end my email with that. Hey, by the way, just in case you, your sister, and your husband are okay with it, feel free to FaceTime me. Here's my cell phone number, yada, yada, yada. Or if you don't want to FaceTime, you can always just take pictures, 2 angles per room zoomed out, quick video walkthrough. And then after that, we can have a chat and I can tell you exactly how much rehab it would run.
Yep. I'm gonna go
you know what I mean?
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and type up that email.
Yep. And then I don't know if you'd want to say this, but for me, I'd like, hey, whether we do business or not, I'd love to be an easy button for you. Like you're very knowledgeable in the business, and I can give you my input. Hopefully we do business, but if we don't, at least I'll give you information that's going to help you guys decide what you want to do with that house. You know what I mean? Because then it relieves all the pressure. And because you're a hometown boy, you'll be like, hey, man, I'd be more than happy to do this to a hometown girl or a hometown gal. Mark Pollard, good job in getting her to talk to you. She was tough up front. She seemed like she wanted to hang up. Yep. And you want, bro, that's what I'm talking about. Like, Jacob is really good at that. And I'm telling you, Jacob, I've said it many times. Sometimes I listen to you, I'm like, it's a little painful because of your speed, but you're comfortable with it. Like, you're like Luka Doncic, bro. I don't know if you watch basketball, but that guy is slow as fuck, right? He is slow, and you're like, oh my god, this guy is so unathletic. He's so slow, but bro, he doesn't change his speed. That's what he's comfortable with. So I can't knock you on that,
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Yeah, I felt like it was going so strong, and then bam, I lost my way there for a second. But hopefully.
But now you won't get lost on that end now.
Yeah. From here on out, I can navigate those waters clearly. It's just that, like, in those moments when I don't know, it's just like, fuck, I freeze for a second,
Of course, we all do.
I don't want to bullshit and lie because obviously she's got experience. So.
Yep. Hey, by the way, Sam did add that on there. 140 per square foot is. So I think that is a typo. I think it's probably 14, not 140.
Is it? Well, so if I took.
Go ahead.
Well, and here's what I usually do. All right. So, for example, 140 times 1980 is 277,200, and I just take a zero out of that because I know that 277,000 isn't accurate. So I wonder.
Yeah. So if you took a zero, then you just took a zero off the 140. It comes down to $14.
1980 is 27. So yeah, I understood that it was a typo, but I guess I didn't realize it. And let me change that real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, because on the calculator,
because
I know that
I'm doing the math right. I'm not explaining it right.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about.
No, it's the same thing because I was like looking. I was like, wait. I'm like, why is that 140?
Yeah.
So that's I think that is right. Okay, Mark, let's go. Tell us what it is because I can be wrong as well. What did Mark say? It's not square foot in roofing. It's called square on a roof. So 10 feet by 10 feet of the roof is 1 square. Okay. So what does that mean? So we take away 10 then, Mark? So if it's 1,000 square foot, then now you're looking at 100. Did I do that right? whatever it is, I gotta get an explanation on. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's almost the same thing as saying I get what you're saying. So it's per square. Yeah. So the 0 is not taking off the 140. You're taking off the 0 off of the square foot. Cool. Man, that was pretty good. Got a lot of engagement on the chat. Appreciate you guys. Guys, smash that like button if you haven't done so. I actually want to ask, I'm going to take a little break here. Just want to see like any key takeaways. Mark, I don't know if this is your first time hopping on. Yeah, but if any key takeaways that you guys want to drop here or anything that you guys would have done a little differently, like what that banner says, man, I'm all about growing together and inspiring each other. So we're just like you guys, we're growing. We might be in different stages, but still growing. So drop any comments there. I'd really appreciate it. And by the way, for anyone that's watching right now, who would like to be on the Closer's Den one of these days, man? This thing is open for anyone. If you guys want to be part of it, let me know. This is the day when we just go one-on-one.
Bam. All right.
You just emailed her?
Yep.
Jacob, that is your new nickname now, bro.
What?
You are Luka Doncic. You are Luka, bro. That is it. That is it. You are Luka. Like RJ, he speaks very slow, but he's quick on his points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? It's like boom, 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 boom. It's like a ping pong with him. You have the same speed of as far as like the speech goes, but you take your time. Like it's different, man. That's why when I'm listening, I'm like, oh my gosh, get it over with. But I'm like, but you're literally you're moving the person along. So guys, if you guys are watching, like pay attention to that, because someone can do exactly what Jacob is doing right now, but they're not moving the conversation along. And that's when you're like, okay, I got to change something, because you're not closing in every single step. Jacob is slow, but he's closing on every single step. And that's what I look for. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh, this guy just got his own cadence. And it's a cadence that works for him. And at the end of the day, there's no right way, no wrong way. You just got to find the way that works for you.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate that. Sometimes I do feel like because I've noticed that my average time when I'm on the phone with a seller is between 30, 45, and like an hour long. But, again, I feel like everything kind of moves in the right direction, like moves the way it's supposed to. So, yeah, but I mean, I couldn't do it without everybody's help, man. Again, I'm no expert. I was in car sales for 9 years, right? So, just coming in here and just grinding it out every single day. I take half a day. I know I told you I take Mondays off, but I work until about 12 or 1 o'clock on Mondays.
Yep.
So,
bro, I'm excited, man. I like working with you. You and I have a little bit of a difference in cadence as far as talking to sellers, but we move things along. So yeah, I really like that.
Now the only missing puzzle on the day is for me to get a contract too, man.
Yeah,
you got a contract.
You've got the rest. You've got the rest of the day. I'm hopefully I can text you later tonight that I have 3, because I'm hoping to get Mr. Lionel locked
Yes.
up. I'm gonna
Yes.
lock him up. I'm just gonna go back to him with my tail tucked between my legs and say,
Yeah, like a sad little puppy.
"Yep, you kicked my ass," and I'm just gonna go ahead and move forward with it. And then the other guy who called me yesterday morning.
Yeah,
So,
I can't wait to see that.
oh my
Yeah,
gosh, I know. Well, guys, Jacob, I think I'm gonna call it a day as far as YouTube is concerned. I just
absolutely.
got an email that I'm getting set up with my new CRM, so I'm probably gonna take the rest of the day
Hey,
doing that. So that would be good. And then I'm gonna get back to calling again.
sweet man. Yeah, I'm finna go. I got about 10 more I gotta go knock out. So, but yeah, thanks for having me on, man. It's been absolutely a blast. Too bad I couldn't get a contract on the live, but hopefully by the end of the day, I can wrap up with a contract. So,
Yeah. Well, bro, this is not gonna be the only time you're gonna hop on live with me, hopefully.
yep,
So,
yep.
so we'll get. Hey, by
Anytime
the
you need
way,
somebody to hop on.
share just very quickly before we go, because there's still 4 more minutes left before 1 o'clock, or is it whatever time it is over there. Share with everyone, when did you start, and how many deals have you locked up so far, and then what you've been doing between the first day that you started and now. I think that would be a good way to end it for some of the people that are
Yeah,
watching that are new.
absolutely. So December 27th, I quit my W-2. Pretty much my dad, so you guys probably, for those that are in Titanium University, have seen him. He's Joey Dierte within the group. That's my dad. And he signed me up for Titanium probably like early beginning of December, didn't even tell me. So once I quit my W-2, that's when he started to tell me about it. I started to look and join the implementation calls right around December 31st or January 1st, right, of this year, December 2024, January 2025. And so starting all my training from the 31st or the 1st, going to about the 3rd of January, I just kind of got fed up with just sitting and just being in an analysis paralysis essentially. And I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to make a call. And so I just went on a whim and called a seller. He answered the phone, and it would have been a deal and a contract locked up right then and there if it wasn't, I didn't know that it's really difficult with agents and it being on the market, so on and so forth. So it would have been a deal and a contract right then and there. But and I took that call, actually, as a matter of fact. And that weekend, so about the 4th, 5th, or the 6th, somewhere in that time frame, I sent it to Caesar. Me and Caesar had a pretty good and long conversation about it, and he boosted up my confidence a lot, but told me that I just needed to start putting in reps. And everybody started telling me, from the community, just start putting in reps. So that 6th of January, 2025, I just started making my calls. And so pretty much from the 6th all the way to today, I have, not with the exception of 3 days off in between, or half days, I've made, let's see, 510 calls, and I've locked up 5 contracts. My first one is assigned, and it closes within a week. So I'm ecstatic about that, and the assignment on that is going to be absolutely life-changing. But yeah, man, I'm working. This is my 4th week here doing wholesaling. So it's been crazy, but every single day, Saturdays, Sundays, again, even on the days that I'm taking for myself, I still work half a day and make calls. What kind of experience do I have that I think helped me transition into wholesaling? So I'm 25 years old. I'll be 26 in June. From the time that I graduated at 18, I decided that college wasn't for me, and I went straight into sales. And I was doing car sales. I've sold power sports stuff. I've done camper sales. And that's been from, again, 18, and now I'm 25. And that's all I've done my whole life. I've always been a tech guy, but again, other than just sales experience, and that's it. But this is a completely different, I wouldn't say it's not completely different, but it is a little bit different. Being on that side of the table for so long, essentially, now that I'm the buyer and they have to sell me, has been insane. It's been like it's fun. Like, I look forward to waking up every day. I wake up at 6:30, and from 6:30 to about 9:30, 10:30, I'm just watching videos, keep all the word tracks and lingo fresh in my mind, the processes, and then I just start making calls, and I look forward to it, man. Being in that position, like, hey, you got to make it make sense to me on why I got to give you this money, but I also got to let you know where I need to be. So there's really nothing special to it, man. RJ lays out a great structure. And as you can tell, again, I'm nothing super special, but I just apply the foundation that he gives us, and it works. It works really, really good. Again, I've got 5 contracts under lock, and that's all in the span of 3 weeks. I haven't gotten a contract yet this week, and I will by the end of the week to keep it on pace. But for those who aren't in titanium, I highly recommend it. But he gives out great free content. How long to grow my beard? This was since October. So October to now in January.
One thing that I do want to point out, guys, by the way, I mean, he said a couple of key things there. This is his 4th week, I believe, from January 6th and now. It's about 4 weeks. He locked up 5 contracts. Like, there's 2 ways of looking at it, right? Some people might go, bro, like, you made 500 calls and you only locked up 5 contracts. Well, that's 500 calls. That's not 500 reaches. So out of those 500, I don't know how many he talked to, right?
So I will say this too. It's 500 calls, but it's 218 leads.
Boom. 218 leads divided by 5. What is that?
Let's see.
So one
43.
lead. Oh, yeah, 1 contract per 43 leads.
Now,
right?
Yep. And something else to throw in there too. There's 30 of the free ones that RJ gives you when you sign up. But also my dad, before he decided to come to the King Closer, he was with, he did a Ryan Pineda class, and Ryan Pineda gives out 200 free leads or whatever. They're not even warm. It's essentially just cold calling. And so I took out like a quarter of that list as well. And so honestly, like, my results from speed to lead is, those numbers themselves are quite crazy. Like the percentage. So
Sweet. Awesome, man. So yeah, guys, just wanted to share that with you. 1 every 43. That's just Jacob's first 4 weeks. Like, some people are like, oh my gosh, I bought 25 leads and I haven't gotten one. It's like, okay, how many times did you call those 25? Out of those 25, how many people did you talk to? Like, it's law of large numbers, right? Just because RJ say 1 out of 25 doesn't mean you buy 25 and you're guaranteed to get 1 contract. In this case, it took Jacob every 43 leads to get 1 contract. 1 month from now, that's going to shrink big time. He's probably going to be in that 1 out of 25. 2 months from now, he might very well be at 1 every 10. So the thing is, you just got to keep at it, keep going. Don't get discouraged. We all suck in the beginning. I suck big time when I started. It took me months. But it actually just took me a couple of weeks when I heard RJ. Actually, it took me one day when I heard RJ, and then after that, it was game over. But it took me months. So, guys, don't get discouraged. Just keep at it. All right, man. I think I'm gonna end it with that. That's a great way to do it, guys. Smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. If you're new and you haven't subscribed, and you found this to be valuable, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Other than that, Jacob, thanks a lot, man, and I'll definitely invite you again.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on, man.
All right. Later, brother.
Later.